Shall we begin? Ask you to teach me
3 airport-related
Yes.
expressions.
Mhm.
It's endless, right? I wanted to choose some things with the more unique words or words that might trip people up, right?
What do you mean by trip people up?
Physically, to trip is you're walking along and you catch your toe and you sort of stumble, right?
Yes.
You fall over. But we say if something trips you up, phrasal verb, to trip up, it means something that confuses you or is difficult for someone, where people make mistakes. The exam went quite well until I tripped up on the last question.
That means I had trouble or difficulty in solving the
right.
last problem.
I made a mistake. Yeah.
Okay,
I
very
know
good.
I didn't answer it well or something.
Okay.
So I wanted to choose words or expressions that are common enough that you will hear them, but there might be something a little more rare or unique that might trip you up.
That would be perfect. It's obvious you're a good teacher. I didn't
wouldn't
expect
say
that
that.
much. Very good.
We
Woohoo.
wanted to also cover more the really simple ones we can. I don't know how useful this will be, but
Okay.
let me give you some context. You arrive at the airport. Where is the first place that we have to go usually?
I have an image
Yeah.
in my head.
Sure.
Should I call that receptionist?
Reception is a good.
Oh my god, my
good
poor
guess.
vocabulary.
That's okay. We would call it the check-in desk.
Check-in desk.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Check-in desk,
Yes.
something like that. But you're right. Usually, you go to a reception, right, in a building or something.
Okay,
Where
check-in
is
desk.
check-in? Oh, our check-in is number 19 or something, right? A common question that you'll hear is: did you pack your bag yourself? And do you have any of these prohibited items in your bag?
Perfectly understood. Can I repeat after you?
Sure.
Could you say it one more time?
Did you pack your bag yourself?
Did you pack yourself? No. Did you pack your luggage yourself?
Perfect.
Okay.
And do you have any of these prohibited items in your bag?
Very hard. Do you have any of these prohibited items in your bag?
Exactly right.
Yes.
I chose this one because you'll be asked every time, right? They usually show you the little paper.
I remember seeing the sign of prohibited items.
Exactly right.
And about the check-in desk.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of check-in desks at an airport. And can I ask the question in this way? Do you know where the number 12 check-in desk is?
Exactly right.
Okay.
And funnily enough, I've got the same question asking for help, but I phrased it slightly differently.
Okay.
So, but we'll put a pin in that and come back to that one.
Put a pin in that. Very good. So that's put a mark in that as a reminder.
Yeah, and come back to it later.
Put a pin in that.
The next one is related to it.
Okay.
So you've checked in. Of course, you packed your bags yourself and you don't have the prohibited items. You'll hear, please proceed to security.
Yes. If I have to take a guess what that means, please go on to where?
To security.
To security.
Exactly
Okay.
right. And so please go to security is the standard, very simple way to say it, but you might hear, and it might trip people up, proceed to. Please
Proceed to. Is a continue, the verb continue, similar to proceed?
Right. In this context, it's exactly the same as move, right? Or go. You're right. When we proceed with something, it's like progressing or continuing something.
I have a question about proceed.
Sure.
So let's say I am giving a presentation, and then someone in the audience asks me a question. I give him or her an answer. And then can I say, may I proceed again?
Exactly right. Let's proceed. There was an interruption, right? You took a detour or you went off on a tangent and now you're returning to your normal course.
Yes.
So it's got this feeling of movement, right? Of progress, which is why proceed is perfect.
Okay. Proceed to a security desk.
That's right. Proceed to security.
Just security. Proceed to security.
That's right.
Okay.
Now,
very fun.
related to your previous point, if you were asking for directions, you can ask, can you show me where security is, something like that. But I wanted to give you an alternative. Can you point me towards security?
Can you point me towards the security?
Exactly.
Point me towards the security.
That's right.
Can I also say, can you point me to the bus stop which is closest to here?
Can you point me to the bus stop which is closest to here or that is closest to here? Works, yeah.
Okay. Point me to places, basically.
Exactly right. Point me toward, T-O-W-A-R-D, or you might hear it with an S. It's kind of a difference of American and British English.
Towards.
Towards. for me, towards with an S feels more natural. That's what people would say where I grew up, but they're both the same thing.
And then you teaching me point someone towards or towards reminds me of the phrase point out. If I have to put that into a certain example, it might be, I'd like to point out what you did wrong. I was wondering whether point out includes negative implications or meanings in this phrase itself, or it's just a neutral expression.
It's just neutral in that it just draws your attention to something, right? It's just like we need to highlight it, but it could be negative, it could be positive.
Okay, because the Korean phrase that corresponds to point out, 지적하다, it includes a negative feeling somehow.
Negative
So that's
feeling.
why I asked this question. Okay, point
Yeah.
out.
So we use it with a lot of negative things like, oh, he's always pointing out my flaws or my mistakes, right? But you could point out all of the, I don't know, great things about a situation.
Things that I
Awesome.
want to highlight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just could be a good thing.
Okay, very good. It's surprising that I didn't know the word check-in desk.
That's okay.
Oh my God, check-in desk. Okay.
Check-in desk, check-in counter, both
Check-in
work.
counter.
Yeah.
Okay, check-in counter.
Next one.
Yes, let's go.
You've passed security, you've gone to your gate, right? You've waited for your plane, it's time to board. Let's say you're on the plane, you're in your seat and you're messing with your bag. The air steward or stewardess might...
Stewardess.
Stewardess.
So the word that I know is
Attendant.
stewardess.
Both are okay. They might say to you, sir, please stow your bag in the overhead compartment. The dictionary definition is to pack or store an object carefully and neatly in a particular place.
I need to say one more time. Sir, could you stow your stuff? What is the proper preposition here? In?
In.
Over?
In the...
In the overhead compartment.
Exactly right. And the last question. You get off the plane, you've landed safely, you're going through customs and you will likely see this written or you'll hear it. Do you have anything to declare?
Declare to customs desk.
Exactly right.